Hey, so, man like Given here. I kind of want to talk about, even though I'm in a different game, specifically Jujutsu Infinite, I want to talk about how I might have a Blox Fruits addiction. I'm gonna be real, cause I mean, I love and hate the game. Like, it's kind of like how, actually, that might be how gamblers feel when I think about it, because I love it and I hate it. And only one time will I ever get profit out of it, and that's, well, I guess through here. Anyway. Or through YouTube, anyway. So, the thing is with Blox Fruits, they have taken a whole year to update. Now, I know I'm a little late to the bandwagon to hop on and just be like, yeah, Blox Fruits, what the hell? Why haven't you updated the game for like a whole year? But like, the thing is, I mean, I don't really want to do. I don't want to like hop on the bandwagon just to be like, yeah, let me get that clout from YouTube. No, I just want to talk about it from my perspective because I, and honestly, I've been playing Block Shirts since I think 2022, maybe give or take. Because I mean, when I was first introduced to the game, I was around either before Rumble was awakened or actually, now that I think about it, I think Dragon when it was added to the game, it was update 13, and I think Dragon Awakening was hold on, let me turn this down. I think Dragon Awakening was not Dragon Awakening, sorry. When Rumble Awakening was added to the game, it was update 14, I believe. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because I was around when Dragon actually was very problematic because if you don't know, Dragon during or back then, it was able to have 90% damage reduction during the transformation. Now, you may think, well, that's not that bad. I mean, you could just combo the dragon to death. Wrong. Wrong. You're wrong. I mean, you can, but you were also wrong. Anyway, so the max level for Blockshirts back then was much lower. I think because Second C was out at the time, it was up to 15. Okay, weather changed or time of day changed. Uh, so during that time, the hold on, brain working. Uh, during that time, it was like very lower level compared to like where we are at like right now in Blocktroods, where the max level is 2,600, where before it was like maybe 1,400. I don't think Skull Island was added during or in the second sea yet, because I mean that is basically the gateway to third sea, but it wasn't there yet. So, during that time, I was also very low level. And every single time I joined a server, no matter what, without fail, there was always an awakened dragon terrorizing the first sea. Now, again, mind you, this person has 90% damage reduction, full health or max health, and while I'm trying to grind with a very bad fruit. I mean, that's more of on me than anybody else, but I have I had to use control while fighting a dragon. And mind you, control has been relatively the same since dragon was added. It has been also unchanged and it has been in the game longer before dragon. So, but anyway, dragon this person or anybody max at second C during that time, it was roughly impossible to kill a dragon because that dragons had permanently 90% damage reduction. You hear me, right? 90. That is, I believe, as much as Shark V3's damage reduction before it got nerfed several times. Now, that doesn't sound as bad, but the thing is, the only thing that you had going for Dragon was that it was not able to move as fast compared to other fruits. It was fast, but that's the thing is with Dragon, it just had a big or it had a wide range. So the Z move, like it would hit pretty far and all that. But compared to now, I would say we actually, you guys, the noobs in Blox Fruits, you have it much worse because if there's a dragon in first sea, you're done for. It does not matter because before like I was able to do actual damage to the dragon. I mean, it as long as I was like, or well, if there's for some reason a dragon in first sea that's like, well, mess like trolling the noobs, you guys have it a lot worse because before the dragon didn't have that much like, I mean, the only problem with dragon before is that it had two projectiles and the third one or the third move, aka the C, was not that useful if you're not like if you're in the air. But now dragon's moves, they will always hit you no matter what. And now they also gave it a fourth move to add to its repertoire of how to kill you. And well, in general, I think dragon has always been just like a problematic fruit because Blox Fruits has had to make it like a better fruit because if it's meant to be, well, Kaido from One Piece's fruit, wait, okay, let me rephrase that. The if it's Kaido's devil fruit in One Piece, in Blox Fruits, it has to be very strong. That makes sense. But I feel like still the way they went about it was not that great. The only thing I thought was great was that they made it so hybrid, like the hybrid transformation was possible. The only gripe I really have about that is because like, the only thing about the hybrid transformation is that they just made it so it deals more damage basically, and like, you have a bigger hitbox and you get some damage reduction. That's all they did with hybrid. I really wish they made it so like they it would actually change some of the moves. Like you would have basically two fruits in one, but like you don't like it for like PvPers. That would be like I feel like the ultimate skilled fruit if it wasn't just another spam fruit that they keep making over time. Like I mean, going back in time a bit, the the real way to tell which direction Blox Fruits was going was literally just Dough, because when Dough actually might have been, it might have been actually Phoenix, because it again, if you don't remember, because this is like update 15 and Blox Fruits really boomed around like when I think Leopard or Dough like Awakening came out, but regardless, when Phoenix Awakening was out, it was one of the most devastating fruits in Blox Fruits. It dealt so much damage and it had such low cooldowns that PvPers like would absolutely destroy you with Phoenix. Now it is very much a shadow of its former self. Like it does not do as much damage. It does like I mean I don't really combo with Phoenix because I mean I main flame. I I don't use Phoenix, but like with Phoenix, it was like still devastating to deal with, and also they have something that has both damage reduction and healing. And then what did they make after that? They make Leopard and Doe. Two more spam fruits. What did they make after that? Mammoth, which also kind of became a spam fruit for a bit, but until everybody realized that Mammoth is only good against like sea beasts and sea events. And then what did they add after that? T Rex and Kitsune. So Blox Fruits has just been on a path just to make more and more spam fruits, and it doesn't help that they also made Kitsune, Yeti. Wait, no, I already mentioned Kitsune. Excuse me. Gas, Yeti, and now Dragon, which are now the newest spam fruits. I mean, Kitsune has still remained as its position as one of the spam fruits. T Rex, you don't see that many T Rex users in general. I mean, you may see one or two PvPers use it, but it's like most will gravitate towards something else. Since I mean, Dragon, excuse me, T Rex isn't that bad, but it's not like compared to other fruits. It is like I feel like it's slightly neutered compared to like what it can do into transformation versus what it can't do like untransformed. Now, the reason why I bring like all this up, like in general, is because I like it just feels like we're just in a cycle of like Blox Fruits has just been in a cycle of make make new fruit. New fruit is spam fruit. Everybody hates it or hates it and loves it. We wait for an update. They make a new fruit is spam fruit. Everybody hates it or loves it, and then back again. And I'm just getting tired. Like, can we get like something new that isn't just spam? Also, I forgot to mention that also Venom is in this category of being a spam fruit. I forgot to mention that. I mean, I you can be skilled with it, but the thing is, it is like ingrained to be a spam fruit with its X and Z being both like projectiles. So, I mean, there's nothing really you could do there. And even in the transformation that it has, it is also still meant to be a spam fruit because the X and the Z don't change. The F becomes also a projectile too, and the C becomes a giant field, like a giant fog area of effect where it deals damage over time. And you're just meant to use it whenever you get the chance to. So, I mean, it's just another spam fruit. But regardless, I'm just tired of having to deal with Blox Fruit. Like, I really do love the game. I do because I really wish like specifically like games like Jujutsu Infinite and Blox Fruits and well, I don't play Shindo Life really and King Legacy. They're all like anime games that are like I would say they do well to represent the animes that they like well that they're from. And well, and even though like they're I guess basically what they're doing is essentially it's like questionable to copyright, but like they do what they have to do to avoid it, but I like what they're doing like cuz compared to what like actual companies do, they never like listen to well, at least Japanese companies for the most part. They don't listen to what people in like the West want, and I don't speak Japanese, so I can't speak for what people in Japan wants, but they they make games that just to make money off of them, not to actually show the love that they have for like the franchises. Like Block Shirts. I would say they really love One Piece because they I mean, they tried they first when they first added Dragon, it's not as close to even what Kaido is basically or what Kaido can do with it. So they made it something close enough to what Kaido is basically, where it's a giant dragon with insane range and very powerful moves. That's what Kaido basically was, or how Kaido fought. Just big AoE effects and high damage. That they're trying to get as close as you can to Block Shirts, excuse me. Block Shirts is getting as close as they can to One Piece. Shindo Life again. I can't really speak for Shindo Life because I don't play it. But at least with Jujutsu Infinite, they're also doing like something where it's like they're getting as close as to the franchise. I mean, with the with the curse techniques, I mean I mean it's essentially there. Like I don't know if they have like official support or not, but regardless, what they're doing as well, I'm like actually happy because they with just anime games in general, they actually are able to do something that like I mean basically for nerds like us, I mean if you play Jujutsu Infinite or Blox Fruits, you're a nerd. Don't even deny that. But with anime games like Jujutsu Infinite, Shindo Life, King Legacy, Blox Fruits, like all like that, they actually listen to us. I would say they listen to us, but like that's what I love about like I just the whole reason about this is just I want like Blox Fruits to take lessons from Shindo Life, Jujutsu Infinite, which I don't quote me on this. I think they're made by the same developer. I don't know. Actually no. Wait, right. Rel makes Shindo Life. I forgot that they Shindo Life and Jujutsu Infinite kind of share some similarities with the reroll mechanic that they have for the or the spin mechanic they have for the curse techniques and their the styles for Shindo Life. I forgot what they're called, but the regardless, like I forgot my main. I forgot the point I was talking about, but like in general, it I just want game like launchers to take inspiration from Shindo Life, Jujutsu Infinite, and King Legacy because launchers like they say they know they or they say they can update the game weekly, and this is the third month into the new year where we have no updates on Blockshirts at all. The only thing we got was the like the the hold on the Valentine event being like re-enabled. I mean, unless they're really gonna wait until another month, they might just re-enable the Easter event, which they didn't do for 2024. May I add? But uh, like I just want them to be better because like they have such a bigger team than Jujutsu Infinite that I mean I assume they have a bigger team, but like you're dealing or Blackshirts, you're dealing with like 100K people like in the game daily. You have a lot of people that could work on this game, but like Jujutsu Infinite, Shindo Life, and King Legacy, they're all like I would say below like consistent players. They have like I think King Legacy is like 20 to 30K maybe. In Shindo Life, I haven't checked recently, but like I know it's like high, not Blockshirt high like concurrently, but Blockshirts is dealing with a very high amount of people daily, and you need to meet that expectation. I'm not asking for much. I'm not saying like a new fruit every week because that is way too much, and that is I would say that's probably so many glitches waiting to happen. But like little updates, like you made the whole subclass of shipwright be a thing, but you never expanded on that. I hope you're going to expand it on like when the I assume the undersea event or undersea event the undersea like area is made. I assume it's called the undersea. I don't know what it's called, but it the reason why I'm talking about the undersea, um, if you look at Tiki, there's a there's sorry the time change. If you're if you look at the Tiki at like kind of like the side roughly, like if Tiki is this circle, like and like in the middle there's the whole tower. Like to the left of the tower is like a whole other area or a section. In this section, there's like a NPC that is trying to fix a submarine. I assume that's them showing us that we're going to get like a undersea events or like an area where we can access in an upcoming update. Now, I mean for like an update like that, I don't expect it to be within a week. Maybe a month, maybe two. I will give them that for a month or two. But like I don't think it's crazy to say I would like to have like maybe either a new sword or gun like every 2 weeks because I feel like that's more reasonable. You get time to work on special effects, you get time to work on sound effects, you get time to work on what moves you want to like 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 you want to have the swords do. And don't even tell me you're out of ideas. I know you guys are taking like you well not I say taking, excuse me. You are making new ideas itself. Like sound, that's not a fruit. That is not a devil fruit. That did not exist until Blox Fruits made it a fruit. Do not mention it is Uta's fruit from Film Red. It is not. She has the Sing Sing fruit. The sound fruit is not the Sing Sing fruit. The sound fruit is based off of just music in general. The Sing Sing fruit is just singing in general. So, like with sound, that is the first fruit that they've made completely original. I I don't really count Rocket because that I mean I I guess that's also like a new fruit, but like eh I mean nobody cares about Rocket really. And if I angered you just because I said Rocket doesn't count and it's cringe, whatever. I mean I don't really care. Regardless, I I just want like something new every 2 weeks. Like I know how we have Divine Arts incoming, which is the Angels fighting style. Don't think I don't notice that. Because, I mean, if we already have Sanguine Arts, which is basically Ghouls fighting style, we already have Mink's Electro Claw, we have Sharkman's Fishman Karate, we we don't have a fighting style for Cyborg, so I'm waiting for that. For humans, I'm assuming it's Dragon Claw, or, yeah, no, Dragon Claw. I forgot human. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be specifically CP. Yeah, it's meant to be CP9, I think, or CP0's fighting style. But, like, where's Divine Arts at? Like, I expected it to be within the update too. Unless someone's, like, found it and I just don't know about it. But, uh, like, I, ex- I expect something within, like, if we want bi weekly updates, Bloxers literally just make a new sword, make a new gun, make a new fighting style, but that I would say maybe 3 weeks for that, because I mean it's a whole other another move. And maybe a new fruit every 3 weeks, I would say that's fair compared to everything else. Because I mean with 3 weeks, again, that is visual effects, what fruit you want to have, unless you want to make a whole new fruit like sound. Again, don't tell me you can't think of something up because you already made sound up, which is not that hard to think of. But regardless, like that's what I want from Block Fruits, like to have a new something new every few weeks. Like cuz I know you can do it. I know you can do that. Because if this game with like only a small amount of people can make all like a whole new curse technique. I don't know if it was in development like right after the game was like went public, but if Puppet was like made like a week after was made during the week of the lunar event, I would expect Bloxford's to make either a new gun or a new sword every 2 weeks at minimum. maybe a fighting style every 3 weeks, at or at like a fruit at to like 3 or 4 weeks, like every single time, because I know you guys can do better. Do not act like you can't, and don't like I know you guys like you have like the highest support. If you just tell us what you're doing, we will wait. We will just wait. You just need to tell us. Gamers are I mean, I get it. You want to hype up shit. Just tell us what you're doing instead of just waiting behind nothing at all, and then we have to just look at one message on Discord, or we have to go to your Twitter and just, or X, whatever you want to call it, and we have to figure out what you're doing over there just to see if you're actually doing something. Like, consistently, you don't add any. Okay, this is a little rant. You don't add anything in the Discord, so I can't look at that, first off. Second off, like I have to constantly go between Uzoff, Zeolis, and Ripindra just to make sure none of you posted anything that is a sneak peek in about Blox Fruits, because I know all three of you are, well, obviously big on Blox Fruits. So, all right, little rant over, but like we just need information that you can give us simply. We don't need something like a whole video about it. You could just tell us in Blox Fruits, or not in Blox Fruits, excuse me. Well, tell us in the Blox Fruits Discord, or I mean, you can even make a YouTube post. A lot of people will see it, and a lot of people will just make a video about it. That's all that I ask. As a veteran player of Blox Fruits, I expect you guys to make a new fruit, or not a new fruit, a new sword or a new gun every week, because I know you guys can. You can make either a or you can make a fighting style every 3 weeks, which I will happily wait if I get the information about it, or a new fruit every 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. If it's a new fruit, I will wait up for it, and you don't have to make it a whole new expensive fruit. No, you don't need to, because people will still pay like Robux for something like gas, which like it's not that high up, but it is still a new fruit. People will immediately buy that perm, just like I did. I mean, I say I paid for it, but I really traded for the perm. But regardless, people will like even if you make a low tier like new fruit, like if you add something in a common or uncommon or rare, whatever the categories are for the lower fruits, if you make a new fruit there, some people will still buy the perms immediately because I mean it's a new fruit. You guys have so much support that there's at minimum gonna be hundreds of people spending hundreds of Robux on that new fruit that you just made. So please listen to what your audience wants. We want just quick updates. We don't need a whole video about it. We just want a few, like, we either want like a post on YouTube, uh, something on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, or just straight like ping everybody in Discord and tell us about what you sent or what you're doing right now, because like I again, we get you want to hype it up for like any new players that you want to like make them join, but like you gotta like if you want to do that, just like hint at something, like say, hey, we're making a new fruit this update. We're not going to tell you, but it is absolutely heat. Simple as that. You could just tell us that, or we're making a fighting style. We're not going to tell you what it is, or you already know what it is because I mean we know about Divine Orange. We're just waiting for it. Or we're making a new sword or gun. We we will hop on that and we will be glad about it because we have something to work on, and or something to talk about, and something to think about and like theorize about for the new update. All right, well, that's about it. This is Man Like Gibbon signing off.